we're back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling?
I'm happy I got 2 weeks off.
Nice.
The perks of being a teacher or working in the schools.
Yeah. I have no days off. The
Same.
perks of working for yourself.
I have days off every day because I don't have a job.
There's no way.
Every day is a day off.
But can't you just implement that if you wanted to?
Yeah, but if something has to get done, something needs to get done, I still have to do it. Whether it's on Christmas or...
Maybe you hire someone to cover that for you.
Yeah, I could do it myself. More money for my pockets.
You be taking vacations still by. This man be going out the country.
I go out the country and I still work from where I'm at. At a very low capacity, but I still have to do something. Stuff? Yeah.
You didn't find an assistant yet?
Still problem solving. I don't want an assistant right now.
Why?
Because I could handle everything. If I get an assistant, then I'm gonna just sit in the house and play video games.
No, you could be procuring something else to add to your passive
Your assistant
income.
can make up your appointments and route your calls for you, even
book
your fucking vacations and shit for you.
I'll get there.
I'm only saying this because I want you to hire me.
They could be your executive assistant.
I need a job.
What I mean, if I could handle your salary, we could talk about it.
Yeah. What you thinking? What you thinking?
Just brought this up at the end of the last season, and you never.
Definitely minimum wage is on the table.
No. Hell
but
no.
you're pouring into something. You're building something. So as we move up, you move up.
How about I do like 3 to 4 hours a day, Monday through Friday? Okay, I'm just managing your day to day.
Okay, we'll see how.
I know it don't take that much time to take care of all that.
No, it's just a lot of the stuff I would probably have you do. It would probably fall more on administrative because I hate the paper side of it. I hate
Jessica's very smart, very good with that part.
Is she?
Yes, she helped me curate my employee handbook. For my business.
You must see another side of her that I don't get to see.
Well, you gotta hire me. She hired me to help her with her
and then I don't know if she's gonna quit and just.
She would give a 2 weeks notice. She's good for
I hope so. You give your job 2 weeks notice?
Yeah, I did.
No, we definitely sit down and talk about that.
Because even I could do that like when I'm.
You can do everything. Everything I do, you can do it from your phone or laptop or on the move. I
think an assistant would be beneficial to you because then you can procure more stuff on your plate, and I do all the paperwork. No, I'm sold. I'm sold. You said enough. I heard what I needed to hear, and you're sold. Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna be on a waitress salary, but
no, I'm not.
No, nigga.
You take tips. You don't take tips.
We'll negotiate. Obviously, you're not gonna give me a full salary because you need to start something.
Still building. We'll get to it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, enough with the formalities and trying to get through what's going on with us. Let's get down and dirty with this topic.
Dirty.
In your DMs?
No, I don't have dirty DMs today. So you're welcome. But we do have a spicy conversation. Well, very heavy. I think it's heavy because it gets
heavy. I don't think it's spicy.
Yeah, it's heavy considering the fact that it's rooted sometimes from childhood. But I came across a video. They were talking about why women can't and don't depend on men. And he made a valid point. He said, sometimes it's not even the person you're with that is the reason for you not in trusting that they can show up for you. It's like rooted in your childhood, which I can attest. When I was younger, I remember my uncle gave me like $1. I was probably like 3 or 4. I was very young. And my dad saw it. Like my uncle's like, oh, you know how uncles and aunts just give you money randomly. Mm-hmm. My dad like pulled me to the side and was like, you never take money from men. If you need money, you ask me or your mom. Oh, that's my fucking uncle.
Exactly.
I was
so
confused.
He sounded like confused. A boyfriend there. There's layers to that. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's the cultural layer. Mm-hmm. There's the daddy issue layer. And there's the I don't ask men to do things because I don't want them to expect anything back.
Yep.
So it just all depends on how, and especially nowadays, like just break it down to the simplest form. You go to a club, a guy says, "Hey, you want a drink?" And then he gets you a drink. Then he freaking follows you around.
I hate that shit. Can I tell you the story about what happened to me? So there was somebody from high school that I saw at the club. Like I think I was like 23, 24, maybe even 25 at the time. And obviously this is post high school. And I think he was like a great post
high school. Yeah, girl, 24, 25, you should have been gone.
I was a TA. No, he was a grade under me, I believe. And he saw me at the club. This is like, it was 360. You remember 360 back in the day?
I think so.
It was like a freaking bar and they made it into a club. But anyways, I'm at the bar about to get a drink. Got my drink. And then he saw me, we were just chopping it up. And he's like, "Oh, let me buy you a drink." And I was like, "No, it's okay. I got it." And he was like, "No, like, let me buy you a drink." I was like, "No, seriously, I got it." So lady, brings in my drink and my friend's drink. And then I go give her my card to pay for it. And the bitch declined. And he just looked at me and I looked at him. I was like, "Fuck." He was like, "Can I just pay for it?" I was like, "No, like, yes, now you can pay for it so I can get my drink to my friend. But I'm going to come back with the money because I have cash." And he was like, "Do not." Like, he looked at me, like, very sternly. He was like, "Do not come back here and give me cash for this fucking drink." And I did. And he was like, he looked at me like I was a fucking weirdo. I should slap you just for money. That card declined, and I was sick.
I mean, that's
yeah.
Oh,
and he looked at me like, "You stupid. Like, you should have just let me pay for the drink." But, yeah.
That's.
I don't think his intentions were like, "I buy you a drink and now I'm like, you're stuck with." Like, no, he's very much a gentleman. He's he's not a weirdo by any means. So,
no, I think in that situation, in that scenario, it's fine. But I'm talking about, like, if he bought you the drink and then you're like walking over there and he's kind of like,
in every direction, he's like, looking
he's kind of like,
you.
"Yo, what's up? What's up? Like, I bought you this drink and I'm trying to see what's up. That's a little weird." So I know a lot of women, shy away from, like, even going on dates. Some women that be like, "You pay for you, I'll pay for me."
I would never say that.
Some just like
that's the one thing I will like, because I'm very resistant on help from men, financial help from men.
Some because they don't want the guy to have any leverage to expect anything. Like, "I'm here to get to know you. You pay for your stuff. I pay. We go or split it down the middle."
Dang, it's not that bad. Y'all niggas ain't shit for real.
I mean, I don't.
No, but I don't think it's.
I don't do that.
Wait, that's never happened to you? Like, where girls said, "Let's split it down the middle"?
Usually, if I'm taking someone out, I'm paying the entire bill, whether I got it or not. I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna pay for it. If they offer,
that motherfucker.
If they offer, you make a mental note like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. Nah, I got it." But some women insist, like, no. Okay, at least let me pay the tip. They want to contribute, and that could just be them wanting to contribute.
But that could be a trauma thing too. Like you said, they're not wanting you to expect anything in the end.
On the flip side of this too, there's a bunch of girls that will ask dudes to do everything under the sun for them.
I want to be that girl one day.
You're not that girl?
No. Oh. No, I actually fought with my ex, like argued with him to pay a bill when we moved together. He's like, "No, I'm going to pay all the bills and the rent. Like, you just take care of, like, groceries or whatever." And I was like, "No, I'm going to pay the cable bill." And he was like, "No, you're not." We argued for like days, and then he finally just caved in.
See, like in my culture, that's the norm. Like,
I've dated Haitians. That's not the fucking norm, bitch.
Well, the way I grew up with a first generation Haitian father, and I watched,
he was the first. His daddy was the first generation.
Well, he's just an ancient Haitian.
Yeah, you're right.
There's ancient Haitians.
I hope he watches. He ain't shit.
But from what I've inherited, I feel like the guy has to take, if not all, the bulk of it. Like, honestly, the guy should not even be able to save money. All your money should just be making sure your family is situated. And then whatever you can do on the side to make extra bread is extra bread. And at least the Haitian guys around me in my circle, I feel majority of us operate like that. But
that's why half of y'all are married. Like 99% of y'all are married.
Ouch. Am I the 1%? That's
No, the 2%.
The 3%.
No, I'm not in that circle.
Oh. You in a little outer circle?
I'm like chilling in the back.
You orbiting?
I will add part of it. You mentioned cultural. I was thinking like I can't speak for all Haitian women, but I think a bulk of us, especially us like millennial babies, it was drilled in our heads. Like, I think what turned me off in a sense is growing up being told you have to learn how to cook for your husband. That used to turn me off because I was like weirded out a little bit because when I hear my mom say it, and no fault to her because she grew up in a certain generation. Yeah. Hearing that at 10, 11 years old, I'm like, shouldn't I just know how to cook so I can eat, so I can live eventually? Because I know one day my mom and dad won't be here or whatever. So I got to know how to do it myself eventually. I think that should be a standard. But my mother did give me tidbits like, oh, you should always have your own account. Don't have all your money with the man that you're married with. You guys should have an account together, but you should have your own, just in case if it doesn't work out, you're stuck without. So in a sense, like, you can depend on your end, but always prepare just in case something doesn't work out. And I used to think like, okay, well, maybe not or whatever. But seeing it with firsthand account with some female members in my family that I experienced divorce and putting all the faith in the person and then not working out and them not leaving being left destitute, but almost in a sense, I was like, ooh, I don't want to go through that. That's actually kind of scary. Or whatever. And, I've been in relationships where I would ask the person, and I know I see videos and memes where it's like when a woman asks you, they say, oh, babe, when you get the chance, can you do this? We're trying to be nice, but we really mean get the fuck up and do it now. But there are instances of,
I hate that.
well, wait, but there are
instances. If you know this, then why don't you just do it?
Exactly. But there are instances.
Right, I'm trying to finish this game.
See, that's the
I
thing.
can't
You're not
pause
doing
this
anything.
game. This game is...
It's not even productive. I can't understand if you're trying to work on an assignment, trying to build a little robot.
So me decompressing and trying to take my mind someplace else. And
if you've been playing that game for 5 hours, you have decompressed completely.
That's
you're
different.
flat.
No, my thing is, if you do the thing, you can decompress for the rest of the day.
Yeah, but it's gonna get done. Why does it have to get done right? Oh, I need you to take out the trash. Okay.
It stink. Take it out now, please.
Before we get naps in this bitch.
For me taking out
the game that you can pause.
You can't pause it. It's
There's a lot of games now that you can't pause. This isn't back
in the day when I had Sega. I'm
old.
I'm still thinking like 05 when you pause the game. Y'all got see, that's the problem.
You can't waste the other person that's playing on the other side's time and just pause the game. That's rude. You can't do that.
No, we need to go back to PS2. We need to go back to the PS2. Pause that fucking game. No, what I meant was I've been in relationships where I ask the person for something because I'm not expecting the man that I'm with to know every single thing that's in my mind. Certain things I will have to open up my mouth to ask for. I'm not expecting him to know like, oh, she needs this. Let me get this for her. And I would ask, and sometimes a day or two will go by. And I'm being nice. I literally have to talk myself like, yo, okay, let's. I know I brought it up. I don't want to be a nag. Let me not say anything. Day 2 go by. I'm like, I really don't want to be a bitch. Day 3 is like, now by the time I bring it up the third time, now I'm actually nagging you. Supposedly, that's what I got told. Like, oh, you're nagging me. And I'm like, bro, I asked you this shit like 72 hours ago. Like, why I gotta wait so long for that?
Depending on what you're asking, 3 days is a force. I think a 24-hour span is suffice.
It's sufficient.
Like,
right.
But 3 days is like, with something like, oh, I need you to, get my oil changed or whatever. Day 3 is like, day 1, I just put it on you, whatever, figure it out. 24 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, once it gets, I understand that, but.
Yeah, I can't speak for all women. Me, I'm only speaking from my experience. It's like asking that particular person to do something and do it, or.
But y'all be wanting it done like, by the time I finish the sentence, I'm asking you, and before I finish the sentence, you should be en route trying to figure out what it is I'm telling you to do.
When I call your name, you should be running.
What? Like, you didn't even finish your sentence. How are you mad? I don't even know what you want me to do yet. You just upset because I didn't
will know once you bring your ass.
You want
in a
that
perfect world, we would want that, but we know it doesn't exist.
Have kids. Then you could. Then
no,
you could do
I've seen men get worse. It gets worser when kids are around.
No, but I've also been in situations where it's like, person would use my car, while I'm at work.
This car is always gonna come up every season.
Because it was one of the things that I argued about with my ex. Because it was like, and we argued about it. And I was like, okay, am I a fucked up individual for saying this? Don't say yes. But I was like, yo, but it's my car. He's like, why are you saying it's my car? But I put gas in it. I'm like, but I have to ask you to put gas in it. You use it while I'm at work. I'm at work for 8 hours.
He doesn't have principles. Yeah. If I borrow your car, I'm bringing it back with the same or more gas. Me, I'm going to bring it back with a full tank. Because thank you for letting me borrow your car.
That's why you and Butter are friends.
Boom. Fill your tank. Mm-hmm. And it's something a little regular anyway. You ain't.
Well, at the time, it was a car that was regular gas or whatever. Yeah. Now I got to actually put premium in my shit.
Yeah,
but,
so if it's premium, I understand. But
no, it was a regular smuggler of gas you had to put in that.
$20 go a long way in that tank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like doing small things like.
Was he Black American?
Mm-hmm. Wait, because wasn't he Jamaican?
No, not that one.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's cultural.
We're not doing that.
It is. There's a lot of habits that we pick up. Like, I know, like I said, when I
cheap ass Haitian men.
Yes.
This can be a conversation for another day, but the American culture is individualism, and then the culture we come from is community. So, like, you're very our community is very cognizant of, like, how can I help this person?
Yes.
Whatever. Yes. But as far, and I'm not going to say Black Americans, because I have a lot of Black friends who wouldn't do dumb shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just group them all in the...
Can't do that.
You can't do that.
I just so happened to end up with one that did that. But we would argue about that. And I mean, I have my own faults with other shit, but we would argue about that. He's like, oh, why you gotta say it's your car? And I don't know how else. You know, I'm a very literal person. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it's my shit. Like, I bought it. Yeah. It's under my name. Like, I paid the insurance.
You putting gas in it is because you driving it.
Yeah, like.
It was your car though, right?
Yes.
So why wouldn't you say it's your car?
I don't know. It was my car. All the cars that I have have always been under my name.
That's an ego thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he probably felt like
he already felt like
little guy him.
Yeah.
Yo, it's my car. It's my car.
And hence when we bring up our episode of when women are too put together, when you gonna run that shit.
Pardon?
The episode we discussed when women are too put together.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's gonna be a Cav episode.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of like us, you know, experiencing relationships where people don't show up and now we're forced to be independent, has there been a situation where you like, this is so rooted into my childhood? Wait, have you ever experienced? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Have you ever experienced a girl like that? Who was like super like, no, you can't do shit for me, and not on some like we are equals.
I have a female friend now. Me, her's mad cool, and she legit. She's well off now, but if she had $1 in her account and she needed something that cost $1.50, and I had 100 bills just sitting, she wouldn't be like, "Yo, let me borrow $1."
Same. Well,
and I just be like,
I won't ask my male friends.
I just be like, "Yo, like I'm your guy, like it's cool, like whatever." And they're like, "Nah," and it's like nothing to. She just. Don't ever depend on a dude for nothing. I would have to like force and volunteer, like, yo, nah, hey, this and that. Like, it's just.
Have you ever asked her why?
I have. From what I pick up, her father, a lot of things happened with her and her father where every time she would try to give him a chance, he would show her something different.
He would show
and not only that, just a lot of the men that she dealt with probably were the same way. Even probably down to her baby father. Like you pour into somebody and you feel like you can't ask them for anything because they'll throw it in your face.
Yep.
The second they get
Definitely
a chance
been in a relationship like that.
That's a lot of it too. From that standpoint. She just like. I don't need no one throwing anything in my face.
Yeah.
Everything I do is for me and my own, and she's doing well. So.
Yeah. But you never dated someone who's been that way. Who's been like, I don't want you financial assistance.
No. I'm trying to think. I probably be like, all right, that's cool. That's peace. I might be my bread. So when we go out, it's
and
like.
And the crazy part of me is.
I'm just thinking like.
Wait, but I would say no, thank you, don't help me. But if you say, all right, cool, I'm pissed. Because, like, why?
Wow.
You need to grovel. Like, tell me, prove to me that I can trust you and rely on you. You know what I mean?
But if you keep saying no, eventually I'm gonna stop asking. Because now I already assume that the answer is, I'm not gonna sit there and get 100 no's. After I get a good sample size, I'm just gonna operate on that, because to me that becomes annoying. Like, fam, you know I'm gonna say no. So why are you even asking this question? Just for me to say no?
Yeah. Like, people who are hyper independent don't know how to be soft enough to ask for help or accept help. So you just kind of have to be persistent and then just show up in a way where they're like, you know what, this person always shows up for me. But yeah, it's labor, but
anyone that I've dealt with, like, it doesn't have to be financially, it doesn't have to be, just show up. Like, I'm having an issue, boom, I'm there. Like, you know, a lot of people put this to just a financial aspect of it, but there's, like, you know, I had a bad day at work, and you just do a little something to just, you know, change the landscape of the day.
Part of it too, for some women, part of it is when they've been single for a while, there's no man in their life at all, so you just gotta figure shit out on your own, so that sometimes when the man does come in the picture, it takes a while for them to grasp into, like, oh, I have a man, he could actually help me. I still kind of battle, not so much, but sometimes I legit be forgetting Butter be there, and I be just doing stuff, and he'd be like, what am I, like, why am I here? And I'm like, low key, honestly, if he wasn't here, I would have just
done it myself.
Like, in college, me and my roommate, we did that one trip, and we lived on the 4th floor in our apartment. She would carry the water cases. I have all the grocery bags in my arm going. I'm like, I'm not going back downstairs for nothing. Even after college, I was like, no, it's one trip only. I'm not doing multiple trips. Figuring out how to fix something real quick. Yeah. Or whatever, putting oil in my engine if the oil was low. When I had a car that had issues about that, I did it on my own. I remember sitting in the parking lot at AutoZone, mad dudes pull up, you good? You got that? I can do it for you. I'm like, I'm fine, thank you. As I poured it,
and you think that's weird? Some dude just trying to be helpful.
No, it's helpful, but then there's assumptions. Sometimes some men believe women may not know certain things about cars. Yeah. I'm well versed in certain parts of the car thanks to my dad or whatever. Some women don't have that, and I thought it was cute though. There was one man. I don't know if you guys saw the clip. He did a bunch of multiple series on YouTube for women who didn't grow up with a father figure or a dad. And he's like, oh, this is how you do this is how you do that. For certain things around the house in your car, if you don't have a man around to help you, this is how you do it. But there's only certain things in particular I know how to deal with my car, that if something's wrong with my car, I kind of know there's something wrong with it. Some women wouldn't be aware of that.
I got a question. What if you do have a man around and the man around tells you to get a man around?
To get a what?
Oh, so
what he say?
Why are you the way that you are?
He said if you have a man around and he tells you to get a man around to help you with the thing that you need help with.
If you have a man and the man looks at you and says, you know what you need?
Call the plumber.
You need a man. Because whatever you looking for, it ain't me. He's just being honest.
Are you saying it from experience? Is this something you've said before?
It looked like something Cab would say to a woman already.
Younger me did look somebody in the face as I'm like eating a bowl of cereal.
What? Probably ate the bowl of cereal from her house.
Yeah. I was about to say, was it at her house?
I probably was I probably something had to be done or something was said, and I was just like, yo, you know what you need? You probably need a man.
I would have clocked you right in your fucking
with
mouth.
The cereal.
That boy would have been
but the thing is, the role that I was
wasn't her man?
No.
Oh, okay.
We was just friends with benefits at the time.
That's the scary part. Like, what are the benefits?
I was being the friend. I was being the friend saying, yo, I think it's time for you to get a man.
And he probably finished digging her down, eating her bowl of cereal, and then
Did she have kids?
I'm not going to say.
Now you're eating her kids' cereal and don't have the nerve to help her with what she needs.
Listen, if they got kids, that's the best women to talk to because they always got snacks and shit. I mean, they're going to send you home with snacks and shit. You got to.
Just accept the fact that you're no longer this person, right?
No, I'm no longer this person. I've changed. I've grown as a man.
And a father.
Now I am the man that I told him to go get.
Shut the hell
That's
up.
who I am.
Yeah. I know for myself, I grew up in a house where everyone was divorced except for one of my aunts, and she's the only one that had a husband. but they all worked in community. Like all my aunts, my mom and her sisters used to be like, all right, if I work this shift, you're gonna be home for the kids to come in this shift. I'll make sure the kids go to school. Like it was a whole program with all of them, except for that one out with the husband. And then when they got a divorce, finally, he basically took almost everything. Like I don't know the logistics of like what they had together and like how financially they split it, but I know she was very reliant on her sisters to help her with the kids and the house and all this stuff. Yeah,
so divorce is nasty.
Like, especially when you have kids in the one of them. I'm not gonna put it on men, but it's almost always men. But
I think that's not facts. Women have a higher percentage of filing for divorce.
No, I'm not talking about the filing divorce being nasty and like leaving their kid and their ex-wife without, like, oh, this house we bought it together, so we're gonna sell it. Like your kids have to live here. I can't give you the other half of this house.
I think it works both ways. It happens in both because I've seen women marry men and then take them for half. That was a thing. Yeah. Like, I caught a jux and then take them for half. Yeah. Like, you didn't work for none of this. Now I got to give you half and pay you on top of that.
Yeah.
That's why you get prenups.
A lot of people. I personally,
I'm doing a prenup.
Yeah, I wouldn't have no resistance to prenup, but
and I'm not against it either.
And you have assets, so
yes, I have assets.
You gotta remember, I'm 38 years old. That's cool. a lot of work. And then nothing against it because me and Butter already had this conversation. And he's 38 too. He done all this work. He accumulated this amount of wealth, whatever. And then we get married. And I'm not saying like I don't deserve something, the things that we worked together for when we got married. And then the judge says, hey, you can get half of his stuff. And part of learning about divorce is knowing that even not just money that I accumulated from just physically working, even my 401k, I was appalled when I found out like my 401k I would have to actually split it with my now ex-significant other if I end up making more than them or whatever. I'm like, bro, that's for my retirement, not our retirement, because my name is on this.
Why? Retirement. He got to get his part.
Nah, it's my retirement. That's money coming out of my check to save for me. So I feel like prenup, I would literally put it down on anything that I've accumulated prior to marriage. You can't touch that.
Yeah, I think when two people have assets or whatever, like you got your stuff, now we combine and whatever we accumulate from this point on, that can be split or whatever. But if you with the right person, I don't even think you have to think of anything. Like if you coming in with stuff and I'm coming in with stuff and we both have things to lose, we both thinking the same way. It's kind of like you're thinking, you're like-minded versus if you're coming in with things and then I'm trying to save you, like, oh, I'm helping you build your stuff, then you kind of attach yourself to me. That's when you need to, like, we're on different tiers. So let's balance this
I like
out.
what you're saying, but also now when you involve love can make you do nasty things, especially when someone presents divorce in front of you, especially because you can have a great relationship with a person and then you guys get married.
Obviously, the reason why y'all getting divorced also can be making
and people. You and Butter said this last season. Like, you don't own people. Yeah. People have this idea of like, yes, when you get married, you want the forever. You want till death do you part. We would hope that. But sometimes, I've always said it for many years, the human emotion can be very finicky. Like, you can fall out of love and it happens. But if you exhausted all options and it doesn't work out, sometimes your partner, both of y'all can end it amicably and be like, yes, we want this divorce to be speedy. We know what it is and what it ain't. Let's move forward. But then other times it could be like one party is ready to move forward and the other party is still stuck. Right. Like, yo, I don't, and it can change to anger and all this other stuff. And it gets nasty where it's like, okay, well, now I'm going to go after where it hurts the most. Right? Which is your account. So that's why it's like, protect it. Yes, love is important because I'm not gonna marry someone I don't love, but marriage is also a business. People tend to forget that.
Yeah.
True.
And even if you do know the person, you've never been divorced to the person, so you don't know and the reason why you're getting divorced. So it's a tough, it's a case by case thing. It's a tough thing. Some people end it amicably, and some people will watch the bill. I'll burn this shit down. If I'm leaving, I'll burn this shit down to the ground.
I know for me, if I was to be,
you look like I'll burn it down.
No, I'm gonna burn it down if I don't get what I need out of it. Like, I want to be reasonable and like, hey, this is what I want. This is what I think you should have, and then you fight me on that. Now I'm taking everything. Don't fight me.
Don't pull a Janet. Like,
you definitely give me.
If
I don't get this, I will burn this whole motherfucker down. You give me that.
Like, cause I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be irrational. I'm gonna be reasonable. Like, all right, I'm gonna understand like what we accumulated together. I'm gonna see how evenly split that is. Who contributed the most? Like, I'm gonna be thinking about those things when I ask for them. So if you try to find me, I'm like, no, I don't want
easy because they ain't got no kids, so she don't worry about no childcare.
It might be to my detriment though, because then I can leverage more if I had children. But no,
I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would definitely.
If you have a dog, you can play that too.
But yeah, to go back to the topic that we was on, it's those. There's so many like different factors to why women would not ask a man to, do something for them.
I have a multitude of reasons why I don't. I'm working on those things, but like I remember my mom used to tell us like, don't depend on a man.
But
you can do it.
And
yeah, a lot of women were raised and being told that all the time.
A guy's standpoint, like when you have a girl and you're doing these things for her, like you're buying the things, you're whining and dining her, that makes us feel good. So taking that away from us is yeah.
It does. Them, like, I'm contributing.
Yeah, like way. I'm like, oh, now I got this and this and that. That makes
puts them in their masculine, like they're protecting and providing, right?
Yeah. I had a date once where she let me pay and then she just let me rock and then cash out me after. I was like, dog, seriously.
You shouldn't decline it.
I would rather decline.
Can't decline.
You can
cash. You can.
Yeah.
Oh no! Once you put it there, it's there. Done paid for it and left, and we're like, and then you just hit me with a cash app. All right, cool.
I think, and I think part of it too with women, like not all, like offering to pay and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys saw. There's plenty of instances on social media where women have posted videos of like, this guy took her on a date, offered to take her on a date. They go on the date, and the man is expecting something out of it, like he's expecting sex, and it's like. There's prostitutes for that. There's sex workers for that.
We don't do those things.
Go for that.
Way cheaper.
Actually, you don't even have to go eat.
The food part. You know what I mean?
What you're paying the bill, you get the prostitute for.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of women feel like they. That's why a lot of women feel like they like no, I'll pay or I'll pay my portion of the bill. You pay your half because some men be like, oh, I picked you up, I did all this. Like you didn't have to do all that.
That's why I pay my portion. I don't want him to try to, get in my pants.
I'm not doing this.
Like, I'm not for sale. Anyways, I find this little break to be perfect time to introduce Peggy's pet peeves.
PPP loan.
PPP.
The PPP loan for sure.
Triple P's.
What you mad about?
What's the
what you mad about?
Posting your business on social media, then expecting us not to judge, because I'm a judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
I judge. It depends. Okay, we listen, don't judge. I get certain situations you may not want to judge, but when people post like certain things that, unless you don't want us to comment at all, turn off your comment section.
Yeah.
But it's like people post certain things of themselves, and then I'll look in the comment section and people will post like, I feel like some people do go too far with the comments. It's like, if it's not for you, scroll. Because I'm that person like, that's not my type of thing. I scroll or whatever. Especially now, Instagram be having like suggested things, and I'm like, I never suggested this, but okay. But there's certain people will post certain things like, oh, I don't like this, da 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 da, and people are like, well, no one gives a fuck. Like, why are you posting that? Blah blah blah, and it's like, you don't want us to judge, or you don't want us to comment on it. Oh, why people all in my business? Well, you posted it, so you left it open for us to comment on it. So what else do you want me to say? Yeah, when people put their relationships out there, like, oh, I'm not with this person no more, and they start talking mad trash about them, and then boop, they're back together. Well, you just opened the floodgates for me to talk shit now, because you dogged this person. You said he was a clown. Well, I guess you're part of the circus because you went right back to him. So what are you saying? So we have every right to comment. So that's why I feel like if you don't want people in your business, don't post it or only allow people that are within your circle to follow you.
I personally thoroughly enjoy when people post their business because then I have something to talk about.
True.
I do too. I love tea. Yeah. I'll send it to people like, ooh, you see that?
Daddy.
What's up? Your back hurts? Probably because you're sitting on me.
No, I think it was the way he was laying. I think he needed to fix the pillow under his back because the lower part of his back was not on a pillow.
You good? All right. 2 seconds. You got your little shine.
He's a father, y'all.
I'm about to say, you want these pillows too? You can take mine too and then give him the purple one to lay on. Or whatever.
Move his jacket because that looks like it's hindering. He got his daddy's legs.
No, but I thoroughly enjoy when people post their business because then I have something to talk about and I feel good about myself.
No, I like a good tea or whatever. Like when especially when you swipe over and there's still more.
Keep posting.
I like it.
Keep posting y'all.
I don't mind it. Post it.
I don't like when you post it and then say mind my business.
Exactly. That's what I don't like.
I would say this. Since we're on that, the whole Papoose and Remy Martin thing, super corny.
Get me out of it.
All four,
and it's
big,
the L
big
on
bullet
Remy.
in my E, just one big corn. This is all of them is just.
I hated it.
Yeah.
Like, we just woke up, man. Like, what the hell? I'm trying to get to work. I got bills to pay.
I think Papoose would have not contributed to the conversation. It was Remy that started it.
And he looked like Papoose. They both look alike. They both look like two frogs. Yeah. They both look like each other.
They definitely have a very similar aesthetics.
Yeah. So she has a type.
What would be the remedy to a woman trying to get out of that, like, hyper independence when dealing with a partner? I would say therapy, but
I was gonna say therapy too, and communication. Probably, like, depending how far you are. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell. I'm still working on it because, like I said, there are times I'm literally in the house, but it's there, and I'm doing what I gotta do. Not saying he wouldn't help, but he's chilling. I don't want to bother him, man. Like, I'm literally lifting stuff. He's like, so what am I here for? But not.
See, the thing is like telling them to do it. Like, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to bother him.
You see me doing
but
something?
He'll do it. He'll get up and like, yo, put this down. I'll do it.
Yeah, if the guy recognizes that and they come. You know, sometimes that's what we need, like the trigger to be like, oh, let me go help her with that, or, you know, or whatever.
If I have to ask if you see me doing something, then I don't.
If he's like, you know, you're like, you know, moving furniture around, and he's just like,
are you gonna
trying to like
help?
see around you or something.
Can you move away from the TV, please?
Can you move a little bit to the left, babe? Right. Perfect. No, like
depending on the game, I might.
Part of it, I had to learn.
You can do that later.
I had to learn to ask in this relationship that I'm in now because due to the past relationships, and then I was single for a while, so a lot of shit I was just doing on my own. Like, when I ordered in my furniture, I set that shit up myself after I moved.
So you believe in gender roles?
It depends on what it is. The trash, I do choose to believe in. Man needs to put that shit out. But I was taking it out myself because it was just me and my sister in the house for the longest. Like, it was just us, so I was the one taking it out. When I was living with my parents, and my dad would go on vacation, and it was just me and my mom in the house, I would take out the trash.
I think you need a balance.
Mm-hmm.
You need a balance. Because what if I'm not here? You're just not gonna do this?
Well, I know how to do those things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But there's some women that don't.
Well, I don't know. I can't speak for them. But I know how to handle things on my... This is why I feel like, aside from gender roles, I think in general, for those of you who are raising little humans, they should learn both aspects. Mm-hmm. Like, there's certain things I know a man can't do and a woman can't do, but you should know how to do the basic necessities for survival. It shouldn't be like, oh, only men should be taking out the trash. I knew how to take out the trash, and hence, if there was no man involved in my life, I can take the trash out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can take the trash out and stuff, so, Kev.
You want me to... Are you calling my son trash? You
no,
want me to take my
son? What? Oop, don't pull the cord. Oh, it's on. There you go.
Sit up. All right, because look how you sitting. You got back problems at 5?
At least you know what body part hurt. He's going to have to sit up for a little bit.
Yeah.
Kids are different. Hold your kid, dude.
Okay, how about we end this?
I'm your daddy, mommy. Right? All right.
Him sniffing it all in the mic.
All right, well, we're gonna end this here. And take care of some business. Take care of this little one because he's not feeling well.
Yeah.
But if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Comment.
Hit that like button.
Let us know what solutions are here for the hyper independent woman. You know, like myself and Peggy. She's slowly transitioning out of it, but I'm still there. So, any tips, tricks, let us know. Okay, bye.
Bye. Say peace.